Hey there, I just wanted to do a quick little video to show you what I am going to pack to bring to a bookbinding workshop that I'm teaching. I'm doing a one-on-one little mini class that someone had won in a silent auction, and I had put a one-on-one bookbinding workshop in the silent auction that I was offering up, and so I'm going this week to teach that. So I thought I would share a quick little video showing everything that I'm bringing to teach a junk journal, art journal workshop. So I have some board backing. These are just off of the back of sketch pads. I love using them because they are a nice thickness and they're easily accessible. It's a really great option if you're wanting to buy a pad of paper and then use the actual paper as well. However, this class, they requested more of the assorted papers. So I've gone through my stash and I have a ton of papers. These are actually, this is cork, faux leather that's embossed, and then faux leather that just looks more like leather, because I don't know what cover options the person is going to want. And then here is a whole slew of different papers that I have collected. I thought I'd do a quick little flip through. So there's scrapbooking paper that's all different things. Some is double-sided. Scrapbooking paper. These are old book pages. They have a really nice kind of patina around the edges of them, and they're nice and thick, which I like. This is, I feel like I've shown this paper before. It's cool, and it has that watermark through it. It just has this cool texture. This is sheet music from a little booklet for writing music. So score, well, I don't know, sheet music, blank sheet music? I don't know. Just lined, and it's old, aged, various lined papers. I like the orientation of this paper because it'll be nice when it's folded. This is just your basic white copy paper. This is from an address book. It has a nice cream color to it. This is thicker, I don't even know where this paper came from. It's like a thicker mixed media paper almost. These are old, nice aged dictionary pages. Vellum, like a nice heavyweight tracing paper, vellum paper. I think this is more copy paper that got its way in here. These are from accounting books, and they also have a nice patina to them, and they're just worn around the edges. Old sheet music on like a ivory, I guess it would have been white page. And I like how worn it is because the ink is almost brown. It's so faded. This is that beautiful old vintage sheet music. It is quite fragile though, I find, and I think it needs support when it's being sewn into pages, especially if the stitching is too close together. This is from a kid's sketchbook. It's like that almost construction paper type, but I just love how it just reminds me of childhood. And then this is from an atlas, so they're old maps. And that was just a folder, so that could also be used. So I have that whole section. Oh, and it had a thinner cardboard in case. So this would be more for the hardback. This is more for a soft cover. So that's all the options for papers. I am bringing PVA glue. This is a neutral pH, which is great. because it dries clear, it stays clear, it's flexible, it doesn't yellow over time. I am bringing my crop-a-dile and grommets, pencils, glue sticks, scissors, craft knife, these silicone paintbrushes, and just a regular paintbrush for applying the glue, bone folders, awls, book bulldog clips, or binder clips we'll call them, needles. I'm partial to curved needles, but a lot of people like straight, so I have both options. Rulers, metal ruler for cutting against and really precise measuring, and then this is really helpful for squaring up on the grid ruler. Paper towel. I will bring a paint or like a water cup, and then I'm bringing 3 different colors of waxed thread. And then I'm also gifting this collage kit of bundled papers that I've painted or accumulated over time, that I sell these in my shop, and I thought that would be a nice little bonus to add on, so they can then use the papers from here in their art journal as they want to create. I think I'm also going to bring the sponges and some distress ink pads, so if there's any aging of the edges we want to do. And I'm trying to decide what else, if there's anything else that I should bring. I might bring my watercolor paints. Again, the same for adding like some of those plain copy papers or any staining or what have you. So I'll pack, I think I'm gonna throw those in too. And a paintbrush for that. So that's everything that I'm packing up, and now I gotta find a bag to put this all in and the papers, and hopefully I will remember to take some pictures at the class. So if you are wanting to learn any bookbinding techniques, especially art journal bookbinding techniques, I have lots of videos up here on my channel walking through all of the steps. Some are quick and some are very detailed, and there's all sorts of different ways that you can learn how to make your own art journal books. I'll also be bringing my samples to my class. So this is one that I've made out of old packing paper, and I've added color to all of these pages. This one is my Messy May journal that I'm working through Messy May, and it has a lot of the similar papers that I showed at the start of this video. This is my Franken journal, which I love. The inside is not worked in, but the pages look almost complete because they were worked on so much before being torn up and sewn in. So that's a fun way of creating pages. And then my fern book, which is, I think, the first book that I made on this channel. This is very chunky, girl. It's getting very full. I am about almost 3/4 through, and that I have a full series on how I built this complete from scratch on here. So if you want to learn that, go check those out, and yeah, get creative this week. Have a good one. Bye.